Most of us spend our lives trying to preserve versions of ourselves that were only meant to carry us for a season. The fearful child, the ambitious young adult, the successful professional, the addict, the achiever, the victim, the hero, the failure. Each version was real. Each version helped us survive, but none of them was meant to become our identity. The strange thing about following Christ is that he rarely improves the old self. He buries it. Ezekiel was led into a valley filled with bones, not dying people, but people whose stories had already ended. Their lives were over. Their identities were gone. Their possibilities were finished. Yet God asked an impossible question. Son of man, can these bones live? The gospel begins where our old identities end. The valley isn't simply full of strangers. It is full of us. Every version of ourselves that had to die so something truer could live. When Paul writes, "When Christ, who is your life, is revealed, then you also will be revealed with him in glory." Colossians 3:4. He isn't merely promising something after death. He is announcing that our truest self has not yet appeared. Christ is not simply changing your life. Christ is your life, which means every false identity must eventually collapse. One day you'll look behind you and realize you're standing on a mountain made from every version of yourself that couldn't make the journey. The angry version, the proud version, the terrified version, the version desperate for approval, the version convinced control could save him. They are not enemies to hate. They are graves to honor. They carried you until Christ called you forward. The Valley of Dry Bones is not God's monument to death. It is his workshop for resurrection. Bone after bone, breath after breath, until what looked like the end becomes the beginning. Transformation is strange because resurrection always is. Nothing resurrects that has not first died. And yet we cling to old identities because they are familiar. God calls us into something unfamiliar, something impossible, something alive. Maybe sanctification isn't climbing toward heaven. Maybe it's continually descending into valleys where God asks us to surrender yet another version of ourselves. And each time we do, we rise again. Not becoming someone new, but becoming who we always were in Christ. One day Christ will be fully revealed. And on that day, so will we. Until then, we keep walking through valleys. We keep letting old selves die. We keep facing the strange changes, because every death in Christ becomes another step toward glory. And when you finally reach the summit, you'll discover it isn't built from your successes. It's built from all the people you no longer have to be. Rise.